Welcome to Virtuous Unicy's Kitchen. Today, I'm going to show you how we make fufu, the original fufu in Africa. So, let's get started. Guys, I'm walking slowly to my 50. That's why you are seeing. Did you see my crown? I'm walking to my 50. Saturday 21, I'm going to turn 50. So you guys celebrate with me. Wish me happy birthday. I wish my husband was around. This was the birthday we wanted to do big, but God knows it all. So this is called cassava. Okay? The Spanish call it yuca. So this is the original thing we used to make fufu with. So when you have it, sorry for the noise. So this is how we do it. I'm sorry. So this is how we open it, guys. You feel it like this. It's very easy to peel when you chop it like this. Okay, guys? So this is cassava. Okay? So this is how we do it back home, guys. So when you peel it like this, they used to put water. They're going to soak it for like a week or two. Okay, guys? So after peeling all your cassava like this,
numerous safety issues were revealed yesterday during testimony. Among them, the Titan was
okay, guys. So I want to show you how it look like. So it will look like this, guys. You see, this cassava has been soaked for a week now, but every 2 days you strain the water out. Okay, some people don't strain it out because they really want the fermented, the sourness of it. Okay, but for me, every 2 days I used to strain it because it will make the place have some odor that you don't like. So this is how it will come out. You strain out the water. So if you look at, if I touch it now, so I'm going to just rinse it well. If you are close by me now, you're going to smell the real fufu smell. Oh my God. So it's fermented now. You see, I can easily open it with my hands. You see, because it's already fermented. Okay? So sometimes you remove the stem inside or you leave it. Okay? So this is the one I just peeled. I'm going to put it aside. We continue with this process. I wanted you to see how cassava look like, guys. I can stop. Okay, guys. So as I was showing you something just now, I was able to split it because it's well soaked and fermented. So this one I just peeled. There is no way it's easy for me to separate it like this. You get what I mean? Because it's hard. So this one will have to be soaked. Okay? So this is our fufu we are working with now. So all we have to do, put it into your blender now. Guys, get it into your blender. Guys, are you congratulating me for the 50th? I know I'm trying to make myself happy. I don't know what to do. I don't know how I'm going to feel on that day. You get what I mean? So So guys, so you have to blend it until it's smooth. Okay, so as you are blending it, you put in water in it. So I'm going to blend all of this. Okay. Okay guys, so see it, I already blended everything, so you see how smooth it is. Okay guys, so for example, back home they can put it now to in a cloth so that they can drain out all the water. Okay, but for me, I'm going to add some more water. Okay, I'm going to add some more water, and I'm going to leave it maybe like 2 days before I strain the water out. Then after straining the water out, I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag and store it in the fridge. Then whenever I want to cook, I will cook it, because when you leave it for a couple of days, all the starch will sit at the bottom and only the water you will see at the top. Then we're going to strain out the water and store the starch in your Ziploc, guys. So this is how we make fufu back home. This is the original fufu from my country. Once more, I decide to dedicate this video again to my late beloved husband. I wish he would have been here. This is one of his favorites, because where I came from, our tribe, we eat this every Saturday. In those days, our people say they eat it every Tuesdays and Thursdays and